just funny because there's just horrifying movies and then this.
Yeah. Haunting of Hill House. That was a good one.
Presidents, I speak four languages.
So I'm trying to get better about doing long form content, and I have a ton of it, but it needs editing and then too much time goes by, so I don't end up doing it. So I'm doing it right now. I have been working on this mosaic. This is my first full mosaic, and it is so cool. It's from Sixel, and I have so many patterns I want to make. This took a very long time, and I made it longer than the original design because it is a mat for my husband that goes, it's at the edge of, or at the foot of his bed, not the foot, like where he gets out of bed. So when he steps down, it's on the mat. They love skeletons, but I'm gonna check the size with him today and see if he wants to keep it like this, or if he wants to make it double the size or what. And then, yeah, so right now I'm just doing the top edge. So, oh my gosh, where is it? There it is. Okay. But I think it turned out really well. I have, there's some spots that you can see where I kind of like, I made some mistakes where the knees are kind of knocking inward. So it's not perfect, but it was a lot harder than I anticipated. It was harder on my fingers, trying to like get into those loops, and I'm very slow right now, but yeah, I think it turned out pretty well, and I can't wait to make more spooky things, even though I don't have any more markets for the rest of October. So anything I have that's spooky will be after Halloween at the next market, but oh well. So yeah, other than that, I am working, I have a commission for one of the Sanja boys. I'll be doing Baby next, so I've got everything together for that. And I had a huge order for Parfait Chunky. I used a lot of it since my last order. So I went ahead and ordered everything. They're out of a lot of colors. I lucked out because they had a sale, and I still need a decent amount, but I was kind of hoping that they would get some of the other colors in stock while the sale is still going on. So I need to check that today. It only saves me a few dollars, but I might just go ahead and get that order. I'm already up to $50. I think it's $75. You get free shipping. So I don't know. We'll have to see about that. But yeah, making progress. I have a ton of whips. I actually just got a laundry basket that's double-sided from Costco. I needed something I could put underneath my window. And one side of it is for skeins that need to go back, because that's been a big problem, is I have stuff just everywhere. So I have one half that has skeins that need to be filed away. You know, because most of the stuff I have is in like sealed storage bags and sealed like weather resistant boxes in storage outside. And I live in deep South Texas, so it is hot and muggy, and protecting that yarn is a top priority, and that's worked great so far. But then what happens is, like, I don't want to just put one thing away because then I have to open the whole bag and it's a thing. So usually what I'll do is I'll kind of build up a supply, half a laundry basket full, and then I'll just put it all away at the same time. And then the other thing is I have a lot of WIPs. I have a lot of work in progress pieces. And so I'm trying to work my way through those. I just had one that I keep meaning to get to and I haven't gotten to because it just exhausted me. It was a turtle that was just so hard. It took so long, and I didn't bring it to this market, and I had somebody ask me about it, and they were saying, oh man, my daughter really wanted that. Did you sell it? And I was like, no, actually I didn't. I keep bringing it, but I haven't finished it. Like, it doesn't have the eyes. It's got the little baby pocket, but I didn't finish the baby turtle. I did the egg for it. So I need to finish it. So I just didn't bring it because it's like, I have like a huge overflowing basket of WIPs, work in progress. So anyway, so yeah, she said she wants it. So I've got to finish that. I've got a couple presents for people I'm working on. I've got a couple presents for Christmas I need to work on. And I just cannot, for the life of me, justify doing anything Christmassy until November, even though that's kind of last minute. I'm trying to just get all my spooky out while I can. And I still have not put everything away from the market. So I had my market boxes pretty well organized, my inventory boxes and my display item boxes. However, I just brought everything back. I'm from California. I used to do markets in California, and I was planning on continuing to do markets in California. However, I've been here 2.5 years. It hasn't happened. So I brought everything back, and I didn't think it was that much, but it really messed up my whole organizational system. So I am in the process of trying to figure that out. So I've got to reorganize everything. I have been procrastinating. I stuck all the boxes outside. It has rained on them several times now. They're water resistant. They're the black and yellow ones, but be careful with the black and yellow ones. You do not want to overpack them, and you want to make sure the lid's totally closed. Otherwise it can get rain inside. So I'm super paranoid about that. I've only had it happen once, but it was all music equipment that it ruined. So that sucked. So I'm super paranoid. But I also have all my boxes from storage from our Halloween decorations, and we have not decorated. I feel like I'm still trying to get my head on straight and take care of all the responsibilities and the bills and the life, and that just keeps getting put back on the back burner. So we really need to get all our decorating done. I am doing a dog costume contest that I just found out last night as I was finishing up the advertisement for it, that somebody else scheduled something at the exact same time in our community. So now I have to change that and get approvals all over again for a different day. And that is a nightmare. So I've got to send that an email out. But there's always something. And they're also trying to get our trick-or-treating at 5 o'clock. It's just absolutely dumb. So I'm trying to get them to do it later, and it's a whole coordination thing. There's no reason to do it that early. People aren't even out of work yet. So last year, my friend actually brought up a really good point. Last year, while the kids get out of school, they come home, they're getting ready. We're all getting ready to go trick-or-treating. And if it's announced to the community that it's at 5 o'clock, what happens is we're trying to get ready still, and we have doorbell, because little kids typically don't take as long to get ready as older kids. So, and little kids do tend to go trick-or-treating earlier, but when you allow it to just be natural, it's a trickle. There's a handful here or there. It's not that big of a deal. It kind of builds up, and then usually 6:37, it really hits its peak, and then it starts tapering out 7:38, and then you get a handful from 8 to 9, sometimes later. But in this situation, it was everybody at 5 o'clock. We couldn't get ready. We got out later because we had to keep stopping. And it was just not fun. It took all the fun out of it. So we're asking them not to invite everyone at 5 o'clock. Start at 6 o'clock. That gives us a little bit more time to get our stuff together, and then we can enjoy the holiday. So anyway, logistics. Halloween is my favorite holiday on the planet, and the last couple of years since we moved here, it has been stressful, and that sucks. So, and I mean, not to say it wasn't stressful when I was doing, my family historically did full-blown haunted houses. And actually, my dad is very cool. He has written full haunted house books on how to put together a haunted house, basically. It's actually not necessarily how to put it on, but it is the planning guide. So what it does is it breaks down the purpose and that's his organization's beliefs, what the development structure looks like. You can assign people to specific, who's handling the show design. It breaks it up into teams: the artistic director, technical director, construction, engineering, vendors, if you might have vendors, fire safety. This goes into it. Health and first aid, security. This is like a full-scale major production. And he has the warnings and all the great permits, development. I mean, it just goes on and on and on and on. There's a page for everything. And then it gets into what's the story and what's the scene. And we always have a joke. There's always 13 rooms. Even if there isn't 13 rooms, there's always 13 rooms. So what are the rooms and what are all the requirements? What's the performance, the audio, lighting, atmosphere, tactile, props? What's the backstory? What's the staging and construction? He has an area where you can sketch it out and everything. And it's just super helpful. I love it. I got to use it last year for a kids haunt that I did, and I just got a call to meet with the new creative director and for the kids area, and I get to help with that. So we're going to go do a consult. I was very clear that I do not want to lead anything. There was a lot of tears last year. It was mostly just me and one other parent and doing everything, and it was fun, and I'm very proud of it, and I got a lot of compliments on it, and it was hard, and it kind of sucked the fun out of it. So this year I was very clear. I will consult. I would love to help. I do not want to lead this charge. So we'll see. Well, I'm going to meet up with her actually very shortly. Ooh, what time is it? In 10 minutes. I'm meeting with her in 10 minutes, so I should probably go get dressed. But we're going to do a walkthrough. I love this part. I like consulting. I like walking through and setting the scene and troubleshooting. I'm a project manager. Historically, in my life, that's what I've done, is I do a lot of project management, and I'm good with the big picture and going through each department and helping unblock things, create milestones, and then implement changes as needed, and that's my forte. So I'm really hoping that I can do that. In my old age of 40, almost 43, I have a zero tolerance policy for shenanigans because I'm busy. I have a lot going on. So I don't play with others who don't play well. So that's where we're going to meet today, and then we have a meeting with the rest of the volunteers tomorrow. I'm going to get a vibe check, see if it's something that I want to spend my time on. I really hope it is. And but the main thing is I started this crochet business, and I love it, and it brings me so much joy, and I have tons of orders that I need to go through, and I'm busy, so I only want to do things that bring me joy. And I'm looking at this and realizing I made another mistake over here. Anyway, it's okay. It's for my husband. He's my test subject. So wish me luck and happy Halloween. Oh, and I have my my Haunted Mansion apron on because I made pancakes for the kids, and now they're going.